So we are going to get into our MyFitnessPal and get that set up today. So you're going to click on, wrong one, MyFitnessPal, and you're going to go ahead and set up your login. After you have set up your login, you're going to go to click on your picture and going down to update goals. Now from here, you're going to see your starting weight, your current weight, goal weight. Make sure all that is put in accurately. Then on your weekly goal, you are going to err on the side of caution. We want to lose between 1 to 2 pounds per week, but we are going to use our activity level as our deficit, not our food. If you're looking to maintain your weight or even gain muscle, then make sure you put that in as well. So set it up for, again, erring on the side of caution, not wanting to lose too much too fast. We're going to use our exercise as our deficit. And then activity, again, err on the side of caution. Even if you're very, very active, put lightly active. If you are, again, you have, as it says, spend most of the day sitting, your desk job, put not very active. That's all going to adjust your calories and your macros. So from there, we're going to go into underneath where it says nutrition goals right here. Calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. As you notice, I'm going to go back real quick. Everything else is locked out. That's okay. We don't need to get into all of that. You can use the free version just as fine. And so go into here, and it's going to tell you your calories. Make sure your calories are not anywhere lower than 1,200 calories. I do not want to see that low. And actually, around 1,300 to 1,400 is even better. Your carbs, and we're going to adjust these numbers here. So your carbs, you're going to take down to 45%. Your protein is going to be 25%, and your fat is going to be 30%. From there, you're going to go ahead and hit the little check mark that you're okay, and all of that is set up. So then you're going to go back out of this. When you go in to logging your food, you go to diary down here, and you're going to log your food for the day. Now, in your food, you can set up meals or even recipes or specific foods that you use a lot that you like. You can create a food or add something quickly. This is great if you're buying pre-made meals from like Sprouts and places like that maybe don't have them already in. MyFitnessPal is great about having most of your food, most foods out there already programmed in. But for some reason, if it doesn't, or you make your own food from scratch, make sure that you are putting in all of that stuff. So, I have sourdough grilled cheese, French toast, spaghetti and garlic bread, homemade pizza, all kinds of things that I have made from scratch, or a meal that I was eating often. I set these up a long time ago. So like oatmeal and hot cocoa. And where I could just program that in. I didn't have to go searching for the food. It already had it put in there for me. I didn't have to go very far for anything. And then my recipes, I have sweet potato brownies, black bean brownies. These are delicious. From here, make sure when you're putting in a new food or adding a recipe, you're checking that number of servings, okay? Because a lot of times it can get in where you put it in all as one, and then one serving is like the whole pot. That's not necessarily what we want. And if I'm making protein cookies with the kids, that I have put in about how many servings that food does, and then making sure that it is all set up from there. Most of these, as you see, are my cookies, muffins, that kind of stuff that I've made from scratch from the kids. My lasagna, again, I put everything in. I know it says breakfast on there, but that's only because that's the meal that we're looking at the moment. And when I put this in, it's dividing it up into how many servings that I cut up or make. You can always create a new recipe by naming that recipe, putting in how many servings, and then going from there. So if I were to just do, we'll just remake it, sweet potato, and we're going to say cookie, yeah, brownies this time. Brownies. Love sweet potato brownies. And generally it makes 12 servings. All right. So from there, you're going to go to next. I'm going to move this thing all the way down at the bottom. Add ingredients. And I'm going to search for just sweet potato because that is not something that I can scan. It is just a basic sweet potato. And from here, I usually try to find one that has grams in it because I know how many grams I am putting in of the sweet potato. So this large has grams or ounces. Even this one here has grams. And so I can go in and adjust. So I can go to 1 gram and then I can put in how many grams that sweet potato is actually going to be after I've cooked it or whatever I've done with it. So I know generally it tells me 3/4 of a cup. But again, I can go to my scale and measure it out. And the last time I did that, it ended up being right around 85 grams for that sweet potato. And I'm going to add that food. Then next, back. I have to add in more, right? Add, and I'm going to go with, I have Hershey's cocoa powder. Now, you can go up here and to the little scanner and scan the specific kind you have. If you're not using Hershey or if you are doing a different meal and it's just easier sometimes to pull it out and to scan it. So we're going to go scan. Nope, I don't want that. Don't worry, you don't need premium for that. Whoops, maybe you do. That'd be it first. Oh, nope, they changed that. Okay, you do. So here I can just type in Hershey cocoa powder. And from there, okay, so cocoa powder right there. And I know I'm using 5/8 of a cup. That might get a little difficult. You can go down here and again, looking at, container, gram, ounce. So if you can measure them out with your food scale, that helps a whole lot knowing. So 5/8 of a cup. This is a really weird one. I shouldn't have done this one. It's really weird for how to put in, and 5/8 is a difficult measurement. I know it's just over half, and I also know that half a cup is 8 tablespoons. So if you know how much it is, you can always just kind of guesstimate and save that. Then we're going to go into adding more food. So add that one to it. Whoops. And add again brown sugar. You never have to pay for those premiums. You can do it as you have it. And I'm even going to get specific in here and say I used, the Kroger. I am so sorry that my dog is deciding right now to squeak. And brown sugar. Again, here you can adjust on if you want a teaspoon, a tablespoon, a cup. I'm going to go just shy of a cup because it was 5/8 of a cup. So we're going to go, and I know the math. I just don't have it set up just yet. Go there. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. That was way too much brown sugar. Yeah, 5/8 of a cup. That does work. Okay. And then, hit the wrong button. I don't want to edit any of those. So you can do that with your whole thing. If you have local honey, you probably can't scan or add that in an easy way. So just knowing, again, you can adjust if it's a tablespoon or a teaspoon and just generically put it in. If you were to put in a protein powder or you added some extra protein, this is a quick hack. You can type in protein. Actually type in, I messed that up, so sorry, macro. Protein macros right there. It's going to give you, so if you know you had extra protein that day, or you put some protein powder in or whatnot, you can go in here and put in how much protein specifically that you added to it. That is a quick little cheat. Don't use that often. And so I'm going to save this as is. Of course, my dogs are not loud until I get on the video, and then they decide to be loud. And then I can add that to my diary. See, 67 calories, 1 gram of protein. It has more of it when I put everything in. You can save that. Now, when it comes to, I'm going to go all the way back out, what you are screenshotting me. You're going to go up to this top corner where this little pie chart is and click on it. Skip you. And I know that you see macros here. Macros is not what I need. I do not need this information. What I do need is that nutrient tab, that information. You're going to screenshot this for me. So it's going to have your protein, your carbs, your fiber, and your fat. That's the biggest thing. Really don't need to know sugar, because sugar and carbs kind of go hand in hand if you've hit your carbs. And as far as sugar is concerned, we don't need to hit our sugar goal. That's just the sugar goal that you can have. It's going to have all these extra pieces down here. Again, I don't need any of that. I literally just need this part of the page. The protein, the carbs, the fiber, and the fat. And that will tell me how much you have gotten in and if you have hit your goals. So you screenshot this and you send it to me. That's all I need. Do not send me the macros. Don't send me this. I know we talk about macros. I know I tell you to send me your macros, but it's this nutrient tab that I need. All right, guys, have a great day.